America in the 1940s and 50s was a land of change. World War II was over. A new sense of freedom filled the air. Young people wanted to move fast. They wanted to drive powerful cars. This desire gave birth to a new breed of automobile, the American muscle car. Before the 1950s, cars were mostly about practicality, but that started to change. People wanted excitement. They wanted style. The 1955 Chrysler C300 was an early example of this shift. It had a powerful engine and a sporty design. It showed that Americans were hungry for something different. The Chrysler C300 was a hit. It paved the way for other automakers to follow. The race was on to build the biggest, baddest car on the road. Little did anyone know, this was just the beginning. The real muscle car revolution was about to explode. The 1960s arrived with a roar. This was the golden age of muscle cars. Automakers unleashed a torrent of powerful machines. These cars were loud, fast, and affordable. They captured the hearts of a generation. One car stood above the rest, the 1964 Pontiac GTO. This car redefined what a muscle car could be. It was stylish, affordable, and incredibly fast. The GTO ignited a firestorm of competition. Ford responded with the Mustang. Chevrolet fired back with the Camaro. The muscle car wars were in full swing. These cars weren't just about speed, they were about freedom. They were about rebellion. They were about the open road and the American dream. Owning a muscle car meant something. It meant you were young, wild, and free. The party couldn't last forever. The 1970s brought new challenges. The oil crisis hit America hard. Gasoline became expensive. Suddenly, gas-guzzling muscle cars weren't so appealing. At the same time, the government introduced new emission standards. These standards were meant to reduce pollution, but they also choked the power out of muscle cars. Engines had to be detuned. Performance suffered. The golden age of muscle cars was over. Many iconic models were discontinued. Others were a shadow of their former selves. But the spirit of the muscle car lived on. Enthusiasts kept the dream alive, waiting for the day when their beloved cars would roar back to life. The 1990s saw a resurgence of interest in muscle cars. Automakers recognized this nostalgia. They began to produce modern versions of classic muscle cars. These new cars had the looks and the power of their predecessors, but they also had modern technology and safety features. The Dodge Viper was a symbol of this rebirth. It was a raw, powerful machine that harkened back to the glory days of muscle cars. Ford also brought back the Mustang. It was an instant success, proving that the love for muscle cars had never truly faded. Today, muscle cars are still going strong. They are a symbol of American ingenuity, power, and freedom. They represent a time when cars were more than just transportation. They were a statement, they were a way of life, and that's a legacy that will never die.